Hey, what's up guys, June here. In today's video, we're going over the week of July 18th, 2022. This week finished up on plus 2.05 stops. A little bit of a slow week. The markets are consolidating, we're starting to pop to the upside. However, we're still in that iffy territory, so we're not trending all too much. Regardless, as always, we're going to go over the trades and see where I went wrong and what I did right. So first up, we have the Dow. So as a quick reminder, some markets I am not trading in the funded account, whereas others I am trading in an account to be funded. On the accounts that I can take both trades in both markets, I'll do so, but I'll make sure to make note of the markets that are sim trades in the spirit of transparency. Right, so the Dow is one of these markets that I do not trade live. However, I did trade in the sim account to get funded. So over here, what's the overall context? Overall context, we were ranging for a bit, and then we popped out of it, and this was a wash. Came down, then we washed here. So overall, I'm thinking upwards, or there was a big move up. So I'm thinking, well, we can continue a bit more. How much more? Honestly, I have no clue. But in terms of safety, I could at least trade to the gap. If I'm using these gap slide as the LSP or potential turning points, or maybe just a bounce and then goes, I don't know. But there is enough room to it, to this gap, so I want to take advantage of that. So this is the gap in question. I was watching it, came down, popped, comes back. So the question is here, are we going to rotate back down? Are we going to slam and go? Or are we going to continue up? Instead, what it did, it went up. Was this 8 o'clock? So I'm not looking at the market quite yet. 8:54. Yeah, this could have been a long right here with a stop underneath. However, I was a bit hesitant. I didn't really take the trade. I was like, yeah, I'll see what happens. And this is what happened. It zoomed, then it did a bit of a gap slide, but overall same move. And right here we have a good true level. So this would be an inside effort reversed idea where we have effort trying to go, boom, and then that's effort reverse. This is the true level. Sometimes people like to trade the backside of this, but remember, it's relative to the move and relative to where the buyers and sellers were previously. So I did this as a pullback trade, added 1/3 to this cash stop. I want to be behind this little blip here, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a straight line. Overall, this was a maybe even the true level here, you could say. So this is the true level zone, and then the bottom of it right there. However, this, I didn't like it much. Decided to take the 1/3, and that worked out. As you can see, the order was not filled right away. I believe this was 8 contracts. Yeah, this was 8 contracts. So that's what happens. You don't get filled necessarily all in one go, as well as this is sim, so who knows how realistic the fills are. However, from my experience, they're not all I got in all at once, so I guess that's good to see. And I had to wait this out a bit. I moved my stop accordingly with this funded account, or this account that I'm trying to get funded. Once it goes to 2 to 1, I move break even. That's mechanical, not necessarily any rhyme or reason. However, there is a live trailing stop to this account, so that's what I'm doing. Originally, I wanted to measure move. However, it was near enough to target. I was thinking, well, it could react off of this overall gap. Even though it wasn't really in my noise zone of the measured move, I decided to take profits, and it could have been a little sooner, honestly. Over here, after this bar, take profits right there. This was a quick zoom bar. I went like zoom, came back. I could have easily got stopped out there. Okay, so the next trade we have the Russell. This is on July 21st. So this is the context of the market. We're out of this. This is the bigger range. We're out of it. As you can see, the idea, backside. I'm watching these swings, right? And then I thought this was rather curious. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, we can break out of it. Goes into this kill zone, kind of grew a bit. Arguably, there's a double bottom at this point. Maybe it's doing something else, right? I was thinking maybe it's in the kill zone. Anyways, I took the trade. I think it was alright. It just didn't work out. Consider this to be the wash of it. Wash of this swing. And no dice. So that was that trade. Looking for a bit bigger of a move. For some reason. Oh yeah, because here it wouldn't get much. So I was looking for... this could be seen as a balance point of some sorts. So you have the leg, then you have two swings that pull close into each other. So zoom, and it pulls into the kill zone roughly area. I mean, it could be a larger, but other examples I'll show you going forward. But that's what I was going for. Maybe a bit deep. But I took the trade. Good stop. It bounced, it tried, and it just couldn't handle it. So that was that trade. And finally, we have the ES. I'm not sure what it did afterwards. This is on a Friday. I'm recording this on a Friday as well. What do we have here? Well, we have a very similar situation. However, this was yesterday's action. This was like 21st. Yeah. See, the Russell has a bit more pepped in its step. See, relative to the range the equities were in, the Russell would have been up here, but this was just in between. So I saw this as, well, you know, we're good to go. We're not ranging. We're kind of just grinding to the upside. Very simple. Here's an effort reverse, right? I'm looking inside effort reverse. The problem is it beat it. You know what? I didn't even think about that. I just looked at this swing, thought, okay, well, this is a wash. Effort reverse in the kill zone as well. You know, if it's more low into it. Yeah, this would be more of a kill zone thing, not an inside effort reverse. So I'm gonna make note of that in my stats and metrics, because that's not exactly a kill zone or a inside effort reversed idea. If it happened up here, cool, but no, it beat it. It's problematic. At least for this type of trade, I think considering the kill zone, I think it was fine. It went a bit further, but still going up, still trying to step up. It seemed like it washed it. Tried to do something here, no zoom. I kind of thought of a wash of the effort reverse as well, but I don't. No, I think if it's going to be a wash, it would be a wash right here. It would bounce. Maybe it'll come up. Maybe it goes a bit lower. And then it does something like this. And this would be a wash, but at the kill zone or at the effort reverse line. Okay, so that's something to make note going forward. Effort. Make note of effort reverses. Anyways, effort reversed being beat. And it wasn't just a little poke. A little poke, if it came up here, it's like, okay, well, it's in the zone. But you know, you can make the argument. Say the zone is all the way. Have about till there. We honestly have about till there. It's okay. This is fine, but it's starting to be beat. Although the way I had it drawn was pretty good. Regardless, I'll make note of that going forward. In terms of management, I think it was fine. I took this trade on both accounts. Fortunately, I didn't go to 2-to-1. Maybe there's something to be said about 2-to-1 with noise, because my 2-to-1 mark was right here. Kind of close enough. But I did reduce the stop. Maybe I could have reduced it to here. No, as a final effort. But but I didn't. I reduced it to there, which is fine. Walked away with negative 6.4 on that trade. So that was it for the week. I'm going to go into the rest of the week momentarily. All right, we're back, guys. We're back with the rest of the week or rest of the charts. I'm just going to briefly go over perhaps some ideas, some missed trades. You may have noticed and activate Windows. I'm actually remote desktoping into a second computer so I can run NinjaTrader twice in the same machine, kind of. Well, I'm remote desktoping into a separate machine, so not really. Regardless, we have the MES. We're just gonna go over. I'm not connected to the feed. I think it's. Oh boy. Oh, I don't have my. I need my hotkeys. There we go. That's better. Okay, so this was a possible trade. However, it didn't quite go to target, did it? And drifted. I would imagine it would make a new high from here. So I'm not too bummed out if I didn't get this trade. Although it got to 3-1 up here without too much effort. See, that's the problem. Do I go for just to the top, no stress, or a higher high? I think at that point, maybe pulling a stop there. Profit stop. I don't know. I'm not too fancy. I'm not too particular with this. And this was 12 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe even 3 o'clock. So I'm not even paying attention to the charts. So I'm going to consider that a missed trade per se. So let's go all the way back to, well, we started on the 18th. That was the 18th? Really? The equities didn't do much this week. I am paying attention to the other markets. So we'll go over it briefly just to see if there's anything that looks remotely interesting. Honestly, no. Right here. Well, this was similar to the Dow trade. However, I didn't fancy it all too much. Oh no, this is damn, this is a missed trade. The problem with this, can we do a? Yeah, I lost this pet. Say I would enter right here. Oh no, I think that's what it was. I was paying attention to that. Then once it went higher, I then stopped looking at it. Now at this point, because it tried to go right here, well, it did make a new high. This is buying the wash idea. I don't know, I kind of washed the top. This one's iffy. And you could make the, nah. This one's just iffy. I don't think there's anything, I'm not going to stress over it. Okay, so let's continue. We'll go over this action real quick. Of course, it was zoom, 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 going up, going up. I'll try to only go over the action I would be trading. So that would be early AM, open session, and close session. Although I haven't been doing much close sessions. 45, looking at it. Biggest swing and the whole thing. Bang. Bang. Well, that's a good trade right there. Let me lower down. Oops. So how would you measure that? Enter there. Oops. Maybe you buy this. Possible. Yeah, I could say that's a missed trade, right? Due to the nature of the close being pretty soon, I just take it to, whoops, just take it to up there, doing 3-1. So that would be a type of trade. Normally I'd take this guy, do it there, and I didn't make it. If I was ambitious, but we're already past 3-1, and look what it did. It went exactly to target. So that's very interesting. Like it went there and turned back. That's pretty cool. Don't want to be holding necessarily intraday, but it's there. Pretty nuts. I just take it to there. Real simple. Another possible trade. Boom. Boom. Bam. Not trading at 8 o'clock. Okay, let's take okay, so that was that. Let's go over. Well, most of the equities were virtually the same, except the NQ was a little slow. This could be interesting, but double top, not necessarily my cup of tea. But this was an expansion, so this is a good example of the expansion trade when it comes to double tops. Ah, there you go. I've been using Forex for a while, but they have their utility. Okay, so I'll take a picture of this. I am paying attention to it. Where, well, this grew a bit. If it grew, we'll take the next biggest one, it's fine. Say we double it out. Okay. So that's the expansion working out. In terms of, oh, where is that? That's right here, actually. Yeah. Backside of that. Okay, we'll make a note. Expansion. Double top. Right now, I don't like trading double tops or double bottoms, but in an expansion context, I think it works out. How would you even trade that? Well, all you do, you notice that this is part effort. Ooh. Trade somewhere down here. Realistically, probably take that. Here. Okay, we're back. I'm pretty sure my graphics card just shot to bed momentarily. That's fine. So this would be the trade right off of here. Hopefully the recording's still working. CIB. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. This is the effort reverse zone. Makes sense behind the CIB with a bit of noise, not too much though. Okay, that's good to note. I'll take a picture of that. All right. But was there any clear missed trade? So there's also oil. I don't believe oil was doing much this week. Yeah, it was drifting. See, market opens around here. So it goes and just drifts. Goes and drifts. That's about market open, right? Yeah, 9 o'clock. Look, makes an overnight move or really early in the morning and drifts. So I think oil was not tradable this week. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Seems difficult to trade. Was I here for that? Believe I was. Oh. Oh. See, this is interesting because this is definitely a wash. But it's double top up here. Certainly why I passed on it. Like that. Okay, let's see what I have here. Wow, it's a wash at, okay, let's clear a few things. So what's interesting with this market? Yeah, this was very difficult. I'm not gonna be, yeah, I'm not too bummed out. Here, kind of near the top. Like, yeah, maybe. Not much RVR on that one. That I'm fine passing on. But that one, that just kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Swing. This would be the LSB of this little tiny wash. Bang. Grew a bit. Alright. You see, it tried to turn there. It confirmed the swing a bit. Zooms. Oh, this would be a double top. Not up here, though. Over here. Interesting. I don't know what to make of that. I'll take a picture of it. Hey guys, I just noticed my mic has been muted for some time now. I didn't miss too much. The markets I was looking at kind of sucked. Missed about 10 minutes worth of recording there. What did I go over? Well, I went over the 6A. So Aussie dollar, I think. Maybe I went over this, I don't know. Not much to trade. 6E, I'm not too sure if I trade the 6E. The oil, that one was recorded. The Russell, okay, the Russell I haven't went through, but we'll go through. I was looking over the 6E, I believe. No, it was gold. I think I was briefly looking over the 6E. Yeah, it wasn't doing much this week. Now this is July 18th, this is the start of the trading week. Looking, slams down. Nah. Maybe there's something there. Was there something there? Let's look. Well, that's interesting, actually. Definitely at the markets. Zoom. I wouldn't call that. Yeah, I don't know what swing to call, what to use. If a reverse comes here, CIB, not much value out of the trade, so that's fine. Maybe you're watching this, you're thinking, well, it slammed down, gap retest. All right, let's keep going. This would be in the class of an expansion. So we did this LSB, that was the wash, came down, confirmed it, and we expanded it. Tough way to, I don't know, messy. Messy. I think I'm reaching. Yeah, no, but I was going over gold, and gold was an interesting scenario. So all week has been doing nothing, and I had my problem area down here. However, we could probably update it. Look, the question is, well, how about these ones? I don't know. And I was thinking, well, could we do a double breakout right into there? In fact, I'd probably buy the here, but it's too difficult to call on my current knowledge. They don't seem obvious to me. They're not clean. They're not special. Nothing to really trade there. Just going up. These super sol swings. Look at that. Not playing at that micro level. Then we came back up. This was a good trade. Up here. It even break. Oh, it did. Now we're starting to mix and match everything. So maybe it's not a good trade because I'm using the effort reversed over here, but using the LSB from somewhere else that's not necessarily related to this effort reverse level. If I want to use an LSB related to this effort reverse, would be from here, and that is something else. That would be up here. In fact, that would be a wash of the effort reverse. But is it really a wash? It fell into that. No, ain't clean, and this is early in the morning. I ain't trading that. Was there trades here? No, I believe it just rotated back down. Not much else to say. Okay, I believe the Russell, we'll go over this, would be my last chart. Well, the Russell, I have this on a 15-minute. God. I'll put this on a 30. Usually, well, I have it on a 20 and then a 40. equity's been ranging quite a bit. So that's what we have. It's like, okay. I was thinking about getting something here, but then I had this drawn. It's like, ah, man, trading's so arbitrary sometimes. But this is interesting, is it not? This would be an expansion. This is clear out of it, right? Let's just pop this, all charts, just to check it out. Oh, okay, this was a mistrade. Okay, hold up. Why is it a mistrade? Well, first off, we're breaking out of here. Kind of looks like a wash, doesn't it? Really could be. But why is it I don't consider it too much of a wash is the nature that we had this downsloper. So relative to this downsloping trend line, we zoomed it hard. So that gives credence to the follow through idea. And when we have this much momentum behind us, I'm thinking anything goes, anything goes. And what is this as well? I'm saying this a lot, but what is the scenario? It is a good old friend. Effort. Oh, hold up. Expansion. Double top. With follow through. At the kill zone. Oh man. This is a beauty of a trade. Oh, this is exactly the same thing as the NQ. This must be the same day as the NQ. July 20th. Well, it's hard to say. July 20th. Yeah, same exact thing. Okay, so I'm not going to call these independent ideas. But it repeated itself on the Russell, did it not? That's one thing as well. Sometimes I can't get good risk to reward on the Russell or on the NQ. But if they follow the same, it's good. Boo. Yeah. I'm not gonna call this a new scenario because that's just silly. In fact, I think the NQ is a bit better. Is it? Okay. NQ went a bit higher in relative terms. Yeah. As well as the flow of the expansion was a bit more clear. Whereas over here, I don't know. We have that. More of a momentum idea. Okay, I won't take a picture of that. And then we have lackluster follow through. It goes here, doesn't come back, and you're like, What was this? Wasn't this a wash? Wait, wasn't this the trade I took? Yeah, it was. I took the trade right here. Also a wash. I don't know. Could you take the short? Maybe. Nah. I think I played it long and it was fine. Okay, guys, that'll be it for this week. A bit of a long-winded discussion about the markets. It's interesting. Markets are moving. There's a lot of them. This week is certainly less fast than last week, which is fine. I think there was one trade, it was the Russell that I took, this one right here. I didn't take it on the account I'm trying to get funded on. I didn't have time to get into the order. That worked out, but you don't want that. You really don't. Something. That looked like effort reversed. Oh yeah, I could see this being a trade, but not before stopping you out. And if I use the CIB, it's cool. Okay, I guess I can take a picture of it. But that's the problem I have with this one. It ain't clear. Still an upwards flow. Okay, let's take everything out. Paying attention. Like, cool. Like, yeah, actually, that's not bad. It washed me out. Right. Expanded it. Found something interesting. So we're following a swing. Did one of those. So this is a 2 pullback. Not an extension like that, but one of these. But am I game enough to take a trade here? Again, this is double top, but more of an X in the. I'll mark it down. Double top, but in the context of a wash slash expansion. Double top here, although I'm not too bad, but double top. What would you take that? I don't know.